One of the best things I've ever done for my mental state was to stop playing games with people, and more specifically, stop being suckered into their games. I think due to that sort of high school mentality, people like to imply things or suggest things or hint at stuff or try and make you feel guilty by leaving out words, or all of this sort of mental game stuff that leaves you on the receiving end of this stuff guessing and trying to fill those gaps. I've stopped all of that. Now what I do is I give out my honest opinion, I share myself honestly, and I expect it back. So if someone is hinting something, I'm just gonna basically pretend like I don't notice it, in the sense that if it's important enough to you that you want me to know, say it. Use your words and specifically tell me what you mean, because I don't have the time to be playing these guessing games, and I don't have the desire, and also realistically, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm probably going to get it wrong. Like you can't actually very easily tell what someone else is thinking, right? It's this idea of the theory of mind, the ability to predict other people's thoughts. Sometimes it's obvious, but a lot of the time there's a lot going on. And I mean, think about on your perspective, how many times have you personally been feeling really shitty, really depressed, even suicidal, and no one knows and no one says anything? And then you share it and they're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize, right? This is what's happening on the other side of things. So I just don't try that anymore. If someone wants me to think of something, tell me. If I'm at a job and someone wants me to do something, tell me what you want me to do. Now, obviously I'm very proactive. I'm always trying to look for things, but unless you let me know, how am I to know what you want, right? And this sort of gets to that deeper level issue when people try and manipulate you. It's like, let's say you're with a family member and they're like, oh, you're going to come around, and you're like, actually, no, sorry, I'm busy. And they're like, oh, I guess I'll spend my time alone then. It's like, well, they're clearly trying to guilt you into something. So the response is, well, yeah, you will be spending some time alone. That's good. You get to do stuff on your own, right? What they should say if they want the company should be something like, hey, I miss you. I would love to see you. I'd love to see you more, rather than this game playing bullshit that leaves everyone feeling awkward. It's helped me because I just make this publicly noticed to everyone, both online here, but in my private life, that's like, hey, I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to talk to you. And if I want something, or if I think it's whatever, I will tell you. And I expect that back. So if you're communicating with me and you start trying to hint something or apply something, it's no use. Tell me with your words, and we can talk about it like adults. We can work through it. Now, obviously, this shouldn't need to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like, if I'm there and my partner or a friend is depressed and sad or suicidal or whatever's going on, and it's obvious, I'm going to come to their aid and help them, right? Because that's a different level of thing. This isn't me just going, oh, I don't know what you're doing. It's obvious if, like if you're struggling and you need assistance. Like if I see my son and he's broken his leg, I'm not going to be like, oh, you better tell me what's sore. Like, it's obvious, right? This is more for when people are playing games, when people are trying to look to guilt trip you or like get into your mind or just hint something. Just come out and say it. If you're struggling and I notice it, obviously I'll look after you. But it's that game playing thing. So my suggestion to you is start doing this in your life. The first step is to stop doing it to other people. Stop hinting stuff. Stop making people feel guilty by omission or adding extra emphasis. Just talk and say what you want. And the added benefit of this is you can always say for the rest of your life, like, hey, I told you that, and this is what happened. This is how I felt. I said those words, and you chose to act this way. It gives you the moral high ground in every argument, because you know if you act like this, if you just say your truth, if you just speak with complete honesty, you've never lying. You're never hinting at anything. You said the words to their face, and then they chose to act how they chose to act. So no matter what happens on the other side of that, no matter what they do, you've got the moral high ground in the sense that you know that you suggested and said with your words unambiguously what you needed from them. And then you can start expecting that back. And if people start hinting at stuff and they start getting upset at you for hinting stuff, you say, hey, I didn't get it. Tell me. Please use your words and tell me with your words what you want from me. And then if you use your words and you tell me and then I choose not to act, then you can judge me for that. If you say to me, hey, I need this from you, and I ignore your words or I walk the other way, then you can judge me. But if you hint at me and expect me to read your mind and I don't get it, that's on you, not on me. That's what I operate on, and it's just cleared up so much social bullshit in my brain. Try it. Let me know how you think, and if you like these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It makes a massive difference. Catch ya.